Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Kiki, and this is a Damn Shame podcast. So thank you for tuning in. It's Friday. Hope you had a good week, baby. I'm sipping on some double dribble tonight. That is Kiki's concoction, okay? And gentlemen, what do you all have? I see, your nice cold brew. Oh, and we chasing it with something. What we got?
Mezcal.
Oh, mezcal, nice. I like that. I like that. That's a good vibe. That's a good vibe to get y'all going. So listen, y'all, let me just introduce our special guests. They are from It Is What It Is podcast. Be sure to check them out. These brothers are some intellectual, fun, black men who are doing the damn thing. The one with the headset is Chris. Well, I'm glad y'all differentiate. Y'all damn switched it up. But Chris, let me tell you something a little bit about Chris now. Chris is a real estate entrepreneur. He's an investor, and he's a former professional basketball player, right? All right. I'm telling you, we bring some heavy hitters right here on Damn Shame Podcast. And then we had Mr. Fine Zam. That's right. Shazam, Zam, baby. Multimedia director, Howard alumni. The real HU, right? Is that the real HU? And he is a hair model. How about that, ladies? A hair model. Gentlemen, I do not hear you. If you speaking to me, oh, shucks. So look, tonight is...
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Zam, get it together, brother. I didn't get that. It was on there.
That was my nickname. Listen, we got to make it stick, okay? The damn shamers, they see two men, they're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So listen, again, thank you so much for joining. It Is What It Is podcast. Look them up, Chris and Zam. So again, can you tell us what y'all sipping on?
I'm sipping on mezcal.
Okay.
I just have a Modelo.
Oh,
I'm a beer drinker.
Okay, nice. Is that from a local brewery?
No, that's just the old good Mexican beer.
Okay, nice. All right. So, I think y'all coming with the exclusive. So look, tonight in the culture, I do not know how many of us saw the second presidential debate, but what I will say is that it was slightly better than the first one on both sides. Do you all agree? Yeah, slightly
they
better.
adjusted their game plan.
They did.
Yeah, they had no choice. Yeah, they had no choice.
They had to go back and watch the tape, like in professional sports, right? We had to go back and play that tape back.
But no, the lady that was hosting it, the one that was asking the questions, did a great job.
She did
moderating. She did an awesome job. She controlled it.
Yeah, she controlled it. She definitely did. And sometimes it takes a woman to control the situation. You know what I mean?
What situation would that be?
So listen, y'all. What do y'all think about Trump, Ice Cube talking to the Trump campaign? And then Trump trying to flip it around like Ice Cube is a Trump supporter. What's up with that?
But I mean, the way I look at it is that Trump, not Trump, but Ice Cube opened it up to both parties, and Trump is the one who actually said we'll sit down and talk to you, while the other party said, well, we'll talk to you after we win. You know what I mean? So that was interesting.
Yeah, and he said, Ice Cube cleaned it up, and he said, I'm for the black people. That's why I needed to use my voice, use my platform to support the black people. And so I think, in my personal opinion, that, Trump's campaign twisted it around. And Biden said, look, you want to talk politics and all that? We'll be more than happy to talk to you when we win. But for now, they in office. They got control of everything. So maybe you want to sit down with them. Not that I'm not interested in what you had to say. But hey, what y'all think about that?
To be honest, I think both parties should have sat down. You know, I think what's not to hear if he's saying that he's speaking for the black community and he's got an agenda and he wants to hear, and his main question, Ice Cube's main question was, what are you offering the black community? Then I think both parties should sit down.
Yeah. What's this about 50 Cent? 50 Cent talking about, I don't care if Trump don't like black people. I need him to win. And you know what? 50 ain't the only one that think like that. Sad to say.
50's also one of the biggest trollers of all time. So
he is. He really is. He likes to stir the pot.
Sometimes you can only take him as far as you can throw him.
I agree. So that's why it's more important to make sure that you get out and vote. If you have not already, many of us have already voted. So it's definitely important. It would be a damn shame if you don't, when you do not want to hear the complaints, if you have not exercised your right to vote. It's so important. We're about 11 days away?
Correct.
That's absurd. This time has just gone so completely fast. But I'm telling you, this whole voting election is critical. Make sure that you get out. Make sure you let your voice be heard. Any parting words 100%. On that, brothers? Yeah.
100%.
So hey, let me give a quick shout out to Stacy Newbill. She's saying, "Hey, HU Howard."
All right, Stacy.
Dijon Campbell, thanks for tuning in.
Yes. That's Coffee with Campbell. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you.
All right.
So, producer lady, listen, we get into this. We have a former professional basketball player here. Did we lose them?
No.
No, we're here.
Okay.
And we're right here.
Okay.
All right. Y'all ready to get into the main event? Okay. Well, we find it only but fitting, with my favorite team just winning the NBA championships. Lakers. And, and with one of, I'm sorry.
I said, shout out to LeBron.
I said, stop.
So we just kind of figure with having an athlete on one of our co-hosts, that it'd be fitting if we did a little spin. And yes, yep. We can't leave that out.
Cannot.
That we would title this main event "Love and Basketball: Stepping Outside Your Comfort Zone." And so, whether that be if you're married, if you're single, so we kind of wanted to do a little play on some of the similarities between love and basketball, and just in relationships in general. So we're going to get right into it tonight. We've all seen the classic movie Love and Basketball, right?
Yep.
Is there?
Absolutely.
How does the competitiveness of both love and basketball play out in a relationship? We have that competitive nature, on the court. Does it also follow into our love court and our relationships? What do you guys think about that?
I always looked at basketball as a way of life, right? So, it plays off on every part of life. Any relationship you have, friendships, teamwork, all that good stuff. So, yeah, basketball plays it plays a role.
You also have to follow that
can
chemistry.
You lead? You know what I mean? Are you a leader? Are you a follower? You know
right.
what I'm saying? Are you a teammate? Are you not? Are you selfish? Are you not? It all plays in part.
Are you willing to play a singular role? Do you always want to be the superstar? You need a 3-point shooter. You need an assistant coach. You need a coach.
Even the role.
Even the management team that do equipment play a part because they're your psychologist.
That's it. That is so very true. But let me just say this, if I could just give them this interesting twist. So LeBron won the championship, right?
Shout out to LeBron.
Shout out to LeBron. Like, he's the GOAT, right? But LeBron was on.
Say it a little bit louder because the people in the back couldn't hear you.
Oh, LeBron is the GOAT, in my opinion. But check this out. I think Chris doesn't agree. But listen, let me set up my question, okay? I gotta, get in the lane with this one. So LeBron, right? He jumped from team to team to team. He was at Miami Heat. Producer lady, where else was he?
Cavaliers, of course.
Yep. And now with the Lakers, right? And at each one of those teams, he won a championship ring, right? So when I was doing my research, I was like, I wonder, do men have that same concept? Let me jump, not from team to team to team, but woman to woman to woman, just to get that championship, just to get that good. Since we talking love and basketball.
So I would say in LeBron's case, you know what I mean? Like there's some guys that are faithful that will stay home and they're gonna win a championship with what they got, right? They're gonna fight through it and they're gonna go through the ground with a woman or one team. And if we reach the goals together, we do. If we don't, we don't, right? That's the thought process behind it. That was the old school thought. Now you got to remember these are new generations, the new school. These are 90s babies. These, you got a difference between 80s and 70s and 60 babies. It's an age different on things. And
Don't
then
Jordan also played with two teams.
Hold on. Jordan played with two teams. Come on, stop it. Jordan at the end of his career said, "I'm just." Jordan at this point was 60 years old. Said, "Hey, look, I just want to jump out here for fun." You know what I mean?
So he was 60 years old.
Technicalities like technicalities.
Let's just be back here. 6 years old.
Come out. And if you sleep with two women,
hold on. First of all, but the Chicago Bulls let him go.
I'm going with it.
Hold on. The Chicago Bulls let him go. So that Chicago team let him go. Point blank. Switched up on him. All right. So he left and found another woman that he ain't really retired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's what happened. So that's what happened. But not what LeBron did. LeBron left on his own accord. Anyway, so back to LeBron. LeBron jumped from team to team, but in defense of LeBron, it was probably his progression. He was youth. He needed a certain kind of woman or team to help him along that way, along his journey. So, as we all are not the same. You weren't the same when you were 20, when you were 25, and you're not the same when you're 25, when you're 30, and you're 30 when you're 35. All right, so you grow, and that's what LeBron's doing. He's just he's finding himself. He still ain't finding himself. You know what I mean? So that's where we are right now.
He still ain't finding himself. He done won championship.
Wait. With all that being said,
he got a lot of talent. Don't get me wrong. Right. You know what I'm saying? But he also surrounded himself. His first championship came with Dwayne Wade, who won championships before him, and then also Chris Bosh. So he lined himself with a lot of talent to get where he need to be. That's just like finding a woman who's got multiple degrees, and then she puts you on your feet, and then you got that championship right there. Okay. And then once he gets that championship, he says, "You know what? I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna go get my hood rap from Akron out in Cleveland, and I'm gonna go get that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bring some people with me. Two young stallions that you know what I'm saying. I got talent. Kyrie Irving and then Kevin Love. You know what I'm saying? They producing out there, so I go bring them. Yeah, and then he won a championship in a weak conference. You know what I'm saying? So hold on.
Elevate your kings.
Hold on.
That's what it is. Man, we on the same team.
There you go. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's what LeBron did. And then after he got his rings and realized he couldn't win no more rings from the Miami Heat, he left her.
Sounds nice.
Went back to Cleveland.
Nice.
Then he got some young things. He got two young boys.
With men, you win the prize, you conquer, because it's a chase, right? And then when we give in, y'all on to the next. You quick to go to the next. Or if not go, you want to entertain the thought with somebody else, and that shit ain't right. Where's the loyalty?
I wouldn't go men in general.
Is it really?
I wouldn't go men in general. We're talking about LeBron.
Wait, time out.
We're saying LeBron.
2022.
We're judging LeBron off his actions.
I tell you what.
We're not talking about all men.
That's cool. I got you, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
Let's flip it to the women. How do the women treat that when they jump to multiple relationships?
Facts.
We don't. We have a sense of commitment. We tend to don't, because once we're vested, we have a sense of commitment to what we stand firm on. We are loyal to those that are loyal to us.
I got you, Chris.
If you treat us right, then we're going to give you the moon, the stars, and everything in between. So listen, men have been known to jump from relationship to relationship to relationship, trying to win that championship, whether it be ass, whether it be their money, whether it be, let me just have a place to lay my head. Listen, everybody want to come up. Chris, you said LeBron was on the come up. He tried to come up.
Right. I'm judging LeBron, right? But not listen, all men. We're not talking about in general.
I got you. One word: entanglement. I'll wait.
I don't think you get a good better brother than Will.
Hey,
what's wrong with Will's
listen,
resume?
but that was their lifestyle. That was the agreement.
Whoa!
That was the agreement.
That
That
was the agreement.
was the agreement. That was the lifestyle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So she LeBron the situation, huh?
She did. She did.
She did.
Okay,
Then
I
she
got
went back
another
to
question for y'all.
yeah. Go
Come on,
ahead.
producer lady.
All right. So we know that Shaq, right, was not a good free throw player. A good free throw shooter. Just was not, right? His shot was ugly. If it ever went in, it was a mess. And I'm sure
hell of a
that
jump hook,
probably was an insecurity for him. That was a weakness. That was a weak part of his performance, a weak part of his game, of his talent, right? So how does your partner's insecurities play out when you're dating, in the relationship part, in the physical part? How does that play out, the insecurity part? Because we all have them, right? Or do we not? Let's talk about it.
Everybody, and nobody's perfect, so everybody has something, is insecure about something, right? But let me tell you about Shaq. Had somebody on his team that let him know that he was dominant. So Shaq was one of the most dominant players ever. So yes, he had some insecurities about his free throws. Scrap that. He was dominant on the floor, and he dominated the position in the time frames that he knew he needed to dominate. So that's
Dominate as in stature. He was just a big player. That's it.
No,
What? He just smacked the ball down.
That's dominant. No.
Because you big in size.
No. He dominated games. They changed the rules of the games.
Yeah.
That's just like a man changing the rule of dating because he was just so impactful.
Or a woman that's one of a kind.
Or a woman that's one of a kind that just changes the game.
Real tall, and you're like, whoa, but she's still beautiful. Like, she's not awkward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like,
okay, well, let's explore that. Because she's real tall, she's beautiful, and
I mean, all people are beautiful, first and foremost.
Thank you. Okay.
But,
because Kiki 5'3", so listen, the atmosphere was about to shift up.
No time out. You're like 6'3" to me. I got you.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, but anyway, it's all contingent upon. Wait, what were we talking about? Stature, right? Shaq. It's all contingent upon insecurities, right? But Shaq was so confident that didn't bother him. That wasn't part of his game. It's like when you balance it, it's like in basketball, in a relationship, you got to balance a lot of things.
That's it.
You're not always going to be perfect in every little aspect. You might be forgetful of certain things. Doesn't mean you don't care or you aren't good at what you do. You might be forgetful of other things, but it doesn't mean you don't care. It just means you got other stuff going on. Like you're dunking on people. Your jump hook is really good. You're scoring over 35 points a game, and you're being unstoppable. Like nobody wants to guard you at all.
So I should be forgiven because, you are dunking, you're coming and you're putting up points, you're bringing home the money and you're taking care of home. I should be forgiven that I didn't get the attention that I so desired.
Not necessarily.
But he got to know what he's good at, right? So if I'm coming home and bringing that, you know what I mean, and I'm focusing on that, you know what I'm saying, then you got to work with him on his free throws. Everybody work with Shaq on his free throws. Whether he made him in the game, it's not. But you got to understand, you got men out here that, you know what I'm saying, that got weak head game, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, and can't
look at her face
and look and the stroke game perfect, you know what I mean, or switch it up. They stroke game whack, but their head game is good. Hey, look. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You got to work with them. You got, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, as we say over here. You know what I mean? So you just gotta. You just gotta work with it. You know what I'm saying? So insecurities, you gotta teach them. You know what I'm saying? And Shaq will maybe never get it, but at least he can hit one or two, clutch free throws, and he's done that when it counted. You know what I'm saying? When they need it, he hit one or two when it counted.
When it counted.
Right on the money. Not all the time, but when it counted, he hit the spot. That was it.
Hey, let that sink in.
When it counted. Okay, I get it. Come on, producer lady.
All right, I have another question for you. All right, so when we're still talking basketball, and we all know what a rebound is, right? But how does rebound? Can we all admit, or let's talk about have we encountered, or do we know anyone who's encountered rebound love? You just jump from one relationship to another. That rebound love, has it ever worked out? Did you realize it was a rebound love? Let's talk about it.
Rebound loves.
Rebound love. You go in, try to post up, and somebody get that rebound for you. What's up?
I feel you.
So let's talk about rebound. Rebound is about getting position, right? You got to put yourself in a position to get the ball. So first of all, you got to put yourself in a good position to catch that rebound. So that's working itself. And then once you actually catch the ball, you got to have an idea what you want to do with it. You know what I mean? You got to either pass it to somebody or dribble the ball. So you got to make a split decision. I think you may not even know what you have in your hands at the time. You know what I mean?
It. And y'all end up double dribbling.
I mean, we could, you know what I'm saying? Especially based off his experience. But a man in general is based off experience. If anybody's going for a rebound and gets a ball, if he don't know what to do with it after that, then he don't know what to do with it because of his experience. But if he's practiced enough and he understands what he's doing, then he could definitely know what steps he need to take. It becomes instinctual. Like, oh, I got a good woman. I'm gonna grab this woman, and this is what I need to do with her to find out if I need to move forward with her or not. That's what a rebound. And then I know from my experience that I took these steps last time, it didn't work for me. I'll take these steps so I know how to go slower than I did, to figure out what I need to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Monroe.
Let's go.
I hear that. But, the coach might say, you know what? You ain't doing a good job. And I'm a female coach at this point. You're not doing a good job. You're not doing a good job, with your rebounds, with your jump shots, with your free throws. Your shit is all off for me. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you accept that criticism and then try to, and that equates to the head game, the sex not being good, right. The love, you just not hitting that right spot. Right. And, you're not rubbing the nipples good, you're not rubbing on the ass the way it needs to be, all of that.
Say spreading stuff.
Yeah. I'm a female coach, and I'm tired of telling your ass over and over again. Then what?
Hey, man, you got to bench it. You got to bench him at some point.
You might have to move on.
I mean, exactly. Mm-hmm. Bench him and move on one at a time. You got to move on. Yeah. You got to put him on the bench. Be like, listen, you're not listening to what I need.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. I mean,
but when a nigga, when a man,
you heard that?
Wait, what were you?
That was real aggressive. What was that? That triple? What was that triple? What's that triple? What was that shit?
I don't know. That
was triple something.
That's poisonous drinks tend to be.
It was triple something. She said something triple at the beginning.
When a dude get bitched, okay, he can't handle it. He crying.
Let's rewind. Let's rewind. So when you say bitch, exactly what does that mean?
So what man, what athlete that was playing in a game likes to come out of the game and be put on the side? There's no man, no game, no athlete. If I'm playing in a game, coach take me, I'm gonna ask, what the fuck you taking me out for? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Even if I made a mistake, but like, look, I man, my averages say what I'm good. So if I make you everything that you need to have happen for you happen, and all of a sudden I have a bad spread, I have 2 or 3 games that's bad, and you gonna bench me? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like, it's fine. It's fine because I'm tired of telling you. I'm tired of talking to you as the coach. You're a little too arrogant. You got a little swag. So sit your ass on the sideline and give me the second string because I can groom him. I can make him what I need him to do. I can do all of that.
And see that same attitude, right? While that dude sitting on the end of the bench, there's somebody in the fans whispering like, "You should be in the game. That come play for my team. Come on over here. You can start. Woman. I'm not going to take you out the game."
What? Why it's got to be a white woman?
Yeah, it usually is.
How come?
It ain't always a white woman now. It ain't always a white woman. Yeah, like, oh shit, she don't want you. Shit, I'll work with that.
Wow.
Well, you can take my leftovers. That is what it is. What it is, what it is, right?
Hey, look. Madam Wee say, I mean,
shout out to Madam Wee.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to Madam Wee. Wish she was here with us.
I know. Hey, look, not every stick is for everybody, right? So not everybody's experience is for everybody, right? So what may not float your boat may float another woman's boat and make her very happy. Wow. So it's all based off experience.
Okay. Since y'all brought up Madam Wee, shout out to Madam Wee. Quick question. We know that she is no stranger to, sex wellness and all that good stuff, right?
Chakras.
There you go. What is the key to ensuring maximum sexual stimulation? Because to me, maximum sexual stimulation is like, it's the win. It's when you win the game. Like, so how do we make sure, you know what I mean, that we win the game? In this instance, I'm saying maximum sexual stimulation. Let's talk about that. Even though Madam Wee's not here, you know, to give us any of her recommendations, I want to hear from the fellas about that one. What is it? What is the key to ensuring we win the game tonight? We hit it. We win the championship, and you know what that championship is.
You got to be able to listen, communicate.
Communication's key.
Because, you know, I've heard a lot of females say men are dumb. Okay. If we're dumb, allow us to teach us, help us, and we can get to the same spot. You feel me?
I mean, was, you know, if we're talking about sex wise, you know what I'm saying? You know, once you know a man, you experience a man, you know what he's working with.
Right.
Then you can game plan on how is you know your body better than anybody, better than that man does, no matter what he does. And
don't let him do all the work.
And sex is emotional, right? It's mental. It's mental on some parts. It's emotional for some people. You know what I mean? Everybody's sexual experience is different. So depending on what you like, you know what I mean? You got to express that. And if you can't express it, then, you know, a lot of women don't know their body out there. I mean, I think you both know that, you know what I mean? A lot of women have never came on their own, have never talked to Miss Wee and found out what it takes for them. They never played with themselves because they don't like that. You know what I mean? So until they understand their body, until they understand their body, then you can't teach a man. Hold on. Yes, you cannot teach a man. If you don't understand your body, you can't teach a man to please your body if you don't understand your own body.
Again, that, as you said, was when you were 20, you know, in your teens, and you were exploring men. Now we're talking 40, 30, 40, 50 years old. You know, damn shame us out here in the universe, and we know how to please ourselves. But the thing is, when you talk about communication, you all don't like that. Oh, don't tell me, because that woman in the stands is still whispering. Oh no, the way you swing that ding-a-ling, it's good. I like how it curved. You know, no, y'all can't accept the criticism that comes because y'all think y'all, you know, big shit, and y'all know everything, and you know, hey. Well, if I ain't pleasing her, I got 3 more waiting in the wind.
Well, listen, you got to go to Miss Wee, and all she got to say is you know, a lot of men get caught up on their size, right, and whether they pleasing and the impact that they have it, right. They go talk to Miss Wee. What she said? What was her rule? What was it? 5? What was it? 5?
It's good communication. I got it.
No. Miss Wee said something else. No, she said no. Whoa,
we got this.
Miss Wee, hold on.
We paid attention in class.
We did. We listened.
5 inches.
She said 5 inches.
5 inches.
I thought it might have been 5 inches.
5 inches.
Oh, 5
anatomy.
inches.
We talk about anatomy. To please a woman, all you need is
5 inches.
Average 5, right?
Listen,
5.
For damn shame, for Kiki, it happens before then. Okay, let me tell you this. You gotta fuck me in my head first. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Communication.
Fuck me in my head
Chemistry.
first, and then you might get the pussy wet.
Okay. So what we talking about?
You might get the pussy wet.
Oh, so what we talking about?
Yeah. Because can't nobody please me better than I can please myself.
Well, keep your hair pulled back in. What we talking about?
Yeah.
Speak. Yeah, keep that shit in a ponytail. Yeah, what we talking about?
Speech.
I like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, what's the 5 inches? I know how to position myself when I'm riding that thing. I don't know what it is to make it do the thing that it needs to do. So you just need to make sure that you have that stamina that you can hold up under pressure. When you got the ball
Under pressure.
and there's 2 seconds left in the game, can you hold up under pressure?
Man, how long is this game?
Right. and wait. And let's also give
your body. How long is this game?
And let's also give your partner credit. That means it's A1.
Hey, give yourself credit.
Church.
These gentlemen think they time enough for Kiki, but baby, we bringing the heat, okay?
Do that. We got our drinks over here too.
I want to chime in. Like I hear you guys saying, that nobody knows your body better than yourself, and so the woman has to kind of coach the man, But do you really mind being coached? I want to, like, how does that feel if a woman says, well, baby, I really don't like it when you do that, or do it like, I don't like it. Or can you do it like this? How does that really make you feel?
First day he was going to cuss the coach out. Fuck you mean you guys today?
I know
coaching,
how to get the job done. You know what I mean?
So the biggest part of coaching is communication, is knowing what you got on the floor, is knowing what you got in your relationship, is knowing what you got in your bedroom. Correct?
Correct.
With that being said, you got to be able to communicate. That's the first thing I said. Because if you communicate and say, hey, but you can't just be rude. You can't be like, oh, you ain't shit. Oh, that shit don't work. No. You got to know how to communicate with your partner in a way that you can tell what you want without being rude. It's communication. That's it.
But you got to remember that you're talking to a man who's based off his experience, right? So
right.
if you dating a guy who's never really been in a relationship or haven't really pleased a woman, right? Then he doesn't necessarily know how to please a woman. He could have multiple sexual partners and never know how to please a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the deal. Everybody's body type is different, okay?
Correct. But
I need to train you on how to please
But
people.
I think every woman, when they meet a man, has to train them to figure out what they like, so the man can understand what they like, because every woman is different. Every woman's body, every woman's vagina is different. So when you're having sex with somebody, is different. What they connect, what connects me to you will be different than what connects me to another woman. Understanding what her needs are is something totally different. So my experience, how I please the last woman, may not be how I please you. You know what I'm saying? Some women like it aggressive. Some women don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on the size, depends on how you are, depends on a lot of things that you got to figure that out. And it takes more than one sexual encounter or one time, or even so after you get past the mental, when you get to the physical, it takes more than one encounter to actually figure that out. You know what I mean?
It's like playing basketball in different courts.
So it's like me playing against a bunch of bums and then coming to somebody who knows what they're doing on the court. I gotta play you different. Think about it in chess. It's like me playing somebody where I understand chess, but I'm playing somebody that don't understand chess, and I'm just whooping that ass. But then when I meet somebody that does understand how to play chess, now I got to maneuver.
But the question was, can you all handle the critique?
Yes.
Can you all handle? And what I heard Zam say is that it has to be done with healthy communication styles. Like if we in the mix and you twerking and jackrabbing and shit, and I'm like, flowing with mine, and you here with it. Get the fuck up. I ain't got the patience for it. At 45, I don't have patience.
So what I would say to you is, man, I would say your initial, just go through. You know what I'm saying? You got to initially play somebody one-on-one to understand their game. You got to initially play the game to figure out their body. So the first time, maybe amazing to make
strategy.
Yeah, figure out what they doing. Like, what is your thought? Like, you may have sex with a guy that he doesn't even actually give you head on the first go. Y'all just going straight away. You may be like, oh, I want warm up. You need next time you be like, listen.
Boom.
Foreplay, man.
I need some foreplay, baby. It was great, but I need you, and then I also need you to slow down. What we had was great. I love what we had, but I need something more. He's gonna be like, okay, cool, I understand. So he knows better what to do the next time. Don't leave it to him to figure it out, like giving him hints. Nah, be straightforward.
Communication.
You strong. You be like, look, this is what I need. I know my body. I'm 45. Like,
women talk all the time.
Like, this is what I need. I don't need a jackrabbit. I need somebody that's going to actually massage this. I need you to pull my hair. I don't need you to pull my hair. I need you to, you know what I'm saying? I need you to, you know what I mean? Like, all that.
Right. As long as y'all able to receive it and handle the coaching.
So
let me flip it so I'm fair and equal on both sides. Kiki, how does it feel? How about you taking the criticism or the critique? What do you feel about that?
Yeah, Archie back.
From a woman's perspective, how do we?
Yeah, Kiki.
Yeah, Archie.
Yeah, Kiki.
I'm like, what, daddy? Huh? What you want? You want this back? Oh, it's okay. Huh? What you want?
You speak Spanish too?
Hey, lingo.
Hola, chulo. Huh?
Hey, me personally, I love Spanish.
Do you really?
See? Yo, it's the biggest stimulant for me personally.
Oh, wow.
It's a wow
Another
factor.
language. You can have bitches Rosetta Stoning in this motherfucker.
There you go.
To please you. I'm telling you. Listen, everybody has their fetish. And so, yeah, I think that if I had to answer the question authentically, it would be, I probably would be in my feelings, but you would never know it. Like I'm the type of woman you ain't gonna see me sweat. You just not. I'm gonna go behind closed doors, kick and scream and holler, but when I come out, you ain't gonna never know what happened. Okay. So, that's that strategy. But I would accept the criticism, and then I would have to weigh whether he's really worth it. Are you really worth it? Are you my most valuable player?
You gonna question a nigga that's already just asking you to do something different? Arch your back.
Are
You questioning him?
Are you my most valuable player?
Yeah.
If you're not MVP status, then
you was willing to lay down with me, but yet you ain't going. You ain't going to take my criticism.
I'm 45. Hell yeah.
You let him put a couple fingerprints on your cheeks. What? Come on.
You can smack this ass. You can do all of that. Pull his hair. Yes. Tell Kiki she's the fucking greatest. But if you're not MVP status, you're just gonna have to be.
So wait, let me ask you a question though. What about if you had an off night though?
And everybody does. It depends. It depends on whether he is my star player. If he's at LeBron status.
But you also have prospects, and prospects sometimes are second strings, or maybe sometimes third strings, and some don't even make the league, but they're in the G League until they work their way up.
Listen.
It's equal opportunity.
Listen, they thought Giannis. They found Giannis under a Greek bridge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
he was in the hood in Greece. Right.
You know what I mean? Put him in the right environment, he a winner. But you want to dismiss him under the bridge? You can't do that.
Right.
Work with the brother.
LeBron came from the projects.
Well, we got low tolerance level here.
I mean, if he want to listen to shit, you should have all the tolerance in the world if he wouldn't listen to you. He trying to
really?
Right. Especially if you had an off night.
This ego that
but remember,
shit, I'm at MVP status and you really ain't.
But let's back up. You were the one with the off night, not him.
Yeah.
Right.
If I'm the one with the off night, intercourse wise, then I'm gonna make up for it in other ways. I'm gonna cook you a nice meal. I'm gonna bring the oral game strong,
But before you finish, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be okay with the criticism first? Because it's first experience.
But you know what?
Wait, hold on. It's just like walking into a restaurant, right? If your hostess ain't shit, with all due respect to all the hostesses across America,
then you're gonna turn around and walk out.
Or you're going to eat there and your experience is not going to be the greatest. And you're going to be like, damn, this meal is torch. It's the shit. I love this meal. But when you go back, but the customer service ain't shit. So I don't know if I want to go back.
Right.
You see, I'm not a whole package
hold on. I'm not done. I got you.
I
got you. So now circling back to what I was asking you. Mm-hmm. You had the off night. You, Kiki, who doesn't have the off night.
I didn't say I did.
Clanked about. I got you. You clanked about 12 shots, and there were bunnies like layups, fadeaways, right? And you were blown. You're pissed off. So you're in the gym shooting a couple shots, right?
Yeah.
But my man on the other side is talking to his man now, and instead of bragging about it, he's like, "Yo, I don't know. What should I do?" So now
she good people's, but
now we come back to the question, right? So the criticism comes. Now you can't be, is he my star player? No, you already chose to be there. You're the one with the off night. The ball is on your court now, and now you got to make the decision. And if you're feeling them, you're going to take the criticism, and because you're going to text them the next day. Because if you know you had an off day, but you
my ego don't allow me to. But in your scenario, okay, come on.
But you are. Even if you don't, it's still going to be in your mind, correct?
Yeah. It will.
Yeah, because you're a proud person. Because you pride yourself in what you do in your bedroom, correct?
Strive A game all the time.
Yeah. So now you have the off game. Are you going to take the criticism?
I would. I totally would. Okay. But then what I do with it, because I'm big on healthy communication. It isn't all talk. Communicating is also effectively listening as well. And this is where I think that you men, you listen with the intent, the anticipation of what she might say. and it just throws the communication style completely off, in my opinion. But for me, I would actively listen, and I am a strategist, so I would say, I hear you, baby. I hear you. Let me digest that a minute. And then I would go off and evaluate what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And I probably would do some shit that he would, he's going to beg for the pussy.
Okay,
after that.
go ahead.
You ain't getting it ever again. I'm going to walk around naked. I'm going to cook you your favorite meal naked. I'm going to have I'm going to get in your head.
Okay.
I'm going to get in your head.
So what you're saying is, somebody, I'm gonna just go and give you a C rating. So just
party favors.
I mean, you side. Look, you side.
I have another question for y'all. Okay, so we know that typically when you're trying to put a team together, you have a superstar, but that superstar still needs a supporting cast, a strong supporting cast.
You need your Pippen.
I don't care what anybody says. Jordan was great, but you needed Pippen. Kobe was great, but he needed Shaq. There's always like a dynamic duo, right? Say what?
Talking trash.
So you need that supporting staff, right? That supporting person. And how important is it for you to have supportive, when you're in a relationship, to have a supportive, person, like friends, like that's that positive person or influence to help you stay on track? Or how important are your friends when you're in a relationship? I want to talk about that. Who you surround yourself with, because I've always heard it say that I might not ever meet you, but if I meet your friends, I know everything about you.
I know everything about you.
So tell me, how does that play out in relationships?
From the men's standpoint, I would say, man, to be honest, men who keep their relationship private, you have more success. Your friends,
1,000%.
Your friends don't need to know what happens in the bedroom. Your friends don't need to know what decisions you make as a couple. That is a home decision, and if you're part of home, then that's all that matters. Running and telling and sharing all that information is not needed. You know what I mean? Like, you get
causes unnecessary stress.
Young fellas like myself, I have mentors who are 50 or 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? And you talk to them about situations, but you don't. It's not one of those things where you actually, ask them, like, what should I do as a man? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to live with that situation. You got to live with your decisions that you make. You know what I mean? But the only thing that mentors can do is tell you based off of their experience. And this is why experience is so important, is what the mistakes I've made or what I've learned over the years, and based off of who you surround yourself. Because remember, your net worth is about who you're around yourself anyway. You know what I mean? Who is in your circle? Who you aspire to be? Who, you know what I mean? This is your circle. So if you around people that are just out here playing the game, then yeah, that's as you're gonna get any kind of problem. See, you shouldn't be in a relationship. You need to be out here.
I think you somewhat contradict yourself.
Say that
because
again.
You say I think you somewhat contradict yourself, because you say I have a mentor and I listen to my mentor and my mentor gives me advice and this, that, and the other, but you have to have some basis to be mentored on, okay? And so then you turn around and say, I'm a man and I can handle my stuff the way that I want to handle myself because I'm a man.
So for example, if somebody's been married before, I've never been married before, but if I have five men that's 50 plus that are in a marriage and they've been in different relationships, maybe they've been married one time, second time, and I'm asking like, yo, should I get married? Like, what is your experience? Not even should I, you're not influencing my decision. I'm asking you from your experience standpoint, because you are mentors in my life on other areas.
Right. You're tapping into your resources.
I'm tapping into my resources at the point of time to be
gain some knowledge.
Just in a way to get some knowledge of what they're doing. Because you got like-minded individuals. You are, when I said at the beginning, your network is your net worth. And when you network with individuals, the people you around, who you aspire, who you spend your most time with. If you spend time with people in the hood that are in the game and they ain't being faithful, you're going to get a certain kind of answer. If you were somebody who's in a 20-year marriage, that's been through ups and downs and they stuck together, how are y'all able to do that? So I'm not contradicting myself. I'm just saying, I'm like, yo, I've been here. I've heard that you've been through some shit. Like, but you've been in a marriage. I'm trying to make this decision that I'm gonna marry this woman. Which way am I? How should I go about this? What steps have y'all what have y'all experienced? What have y'all experienced that I need to watch out for?
Right.
Like I'm coming into this situation thinking this, but I know you're 15 years in. That's anybody. That's in any situation, any business, any partnership, anything. That's just like you going to anybody that's been in any situation that's 15 years plus ahead of you, and you're like, I'm about to do what you're about to do.
Yeah, you definitely want to make that informed decision. I'm
jumping you where I want as much information as possible to make my own decision on a situation, but I want to hear from all the people that I know that have been married. You could be divorced. Why did you get divorced? Like, what was leading up? Because this is where I'm feeling right now. Were you feeling this when you got married, or did you jump into it?
I'm sensing a little commitment phobia here.
Oh no,
okay.
Not at all. Not at all. If the situation is right, if she's right for you, I mean, like, if she's right for you, she's right for you. But what I'm saying about it
is
that
know it's wrong? How do you know when it's wrong?
Don't you know off the break?
Don't you know if what?
Don't you know off the break it was wrong?
I don't know. Some people stay with the hopes that, if I dance a
jig,
right, or if I do this, they'll change and they'll be this person I want to be. If I lay the 5 inches down or better, then she'll want me more. And
so then I reverse that. So you got people that react quickly and then end up. So you got I know people that got married when they were like 30 and divorced at 35. I know my brother of mine that got married and was divorced within a year. He thought he knew what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And but it's all about your experiences as a man. It goes back to your experiences. So if I can't advise my brother who's about to get married about a marriage because I'm not married. You know what I'm saying? So I never been married. I can't tell you what is going through. But if he can talk to somebody who's been there, done that, who has a successful marriage, somebody who's having a trouble in marriage, somebody who's been out of a marriage, and he can make his decisions based off of the experiences that they've given him and be like the advice they give him. It's not commitment phobia. It's just gathering as much information. It's like you about to go into a real estate deal. You talking to somebody who failed in a real estate deal, talking to somebody who's currently in a real estate deal, and somebody who's been successful at a real estate deal. There's levels to this shit.
Shit. Let's get it crazy.
And so and everybody's experience different. There you go. And as much and before you make any decision, you need as much information as possible. So I would say you really got to look at it that way.
Way to look on the situation.
Thank you.
So often do we see and hear people waiting in the wings in hopes that you fuck up so that they can step in to your situation, whether it be, oh, you messed up in this basketball game, you missed your opportunity, now it's my time to shine, or your investment, your real estate investment, and now it's my time to shine because he dropped the ball, he didn't get to the lender quicker and didn't get the money and this, that, and the other. So some people sit and wait in the wings for that opportunity to slip right in. How do you counter that?
Correct. Yeah, preparation, right? Understanding who your partners are and preparation. Like you're supposed to have before I go into a real estate deal, I understand what my partners are. I already talked to my lender about what the rates are and what my capacity is and how much I can go up to and how much I can't go up to.
Educated.
I've already talked to people. I've already done my due diligence in the neighborhood and understand what the rents are before I even purchase price. So I know my purchase price. I know the history of the property.
Know what you're getting in bed with.
So I know what I'm getting in bed with. So I understand. I've had my contractor do his due diligence and understand how much work is needed to be for what I want to do with the property.
Well, let's talk about that getting in bed with, knowing what you're getting in bed with, because some people sell you on a whole big dream. Oh, I did this, and I'm sitting on a gold mine, and I got this WAP going on, and you gonna love me. I'm gonna make you say my name, and then
shout out to Beyonce.
And like I said, and that's why I say it goes. There's nothing wrong when you lay down with a man and he's promising these shit, and if you don't even see the potential that he can make you say my name, you get what I'm saying? Right. Then there's no point of this. Nothing wrong with laying down with a man and finding that out. You know what I'm saying? But you never know what everybody can talk shit. Women can talk shit. Like my pussy golden. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like you hear a lot of shit until you actually get into the mix of it and get that keyword experience till you
And
get
what
that
would you say
experience.
to a woman who has pumped herself up, and then you're like, man, this
And it's dry
shit's some
turkey.
trash.
It's a dry turkey.
Dry turkey, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
left that
And
shit
with
in
no
the oven
gravy.
too long. No gravy.
What I would say though, it was like I just, you know, when she want to come back, I'm not there. It's not
You
one of
gonna
the.
ghost them?
I'm not going to ghost her. I'm just telling. No, because first of all, before I lay down with her, we got to understand that it's sex. It's not promise to a relationship or anything else like that. If we lay down, it's sex. We have an understanding before we even lay down. Like I have no promises before I lay down with you that we in a relationship. No, that's not it. We straightforward. Like we are doing what we doing because
so
we
you
are physically
definitely
attracted.
telling women, or you leaving them to believe
only
that
on
they
the
in a
court.
relationship. Are you leaving them to believe that they're part of the team, the winning team? They're in a relationship, and then you're acting as if you're not in. I ain't with her, but I ain't tell her that I was gonna be with her. It's just sex. But then she goes on, girl, he did this to me, he did that to me, the way that he moved, and oh my goodness.
Wait, so he was A1? That's her fault.
He might have been A1, but he left me. He left me believing
But
that
it was dry turkey.
let
Let me ask you a question, right? I got
Yes,
you. Let me
come
ask you a
on.
question. So let's reverse it. Let's say that WAP is swaggerific, right? It's spectacular.
Absolutely.
Okay. He wasn't up to par to your game.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna drop him like a bad habit? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
If
But I'm
that's
not
dry-
going to ghost him. I'm going to tell him. You talked about communication. Communication is key. We must communicate. We
I just
must.
said,
And you
I hear
said,
you.
go
I
ahead.
just asked you. I said, are you gonna drop him like a bad habit? You said, mm-hmm.
But I'm going to let him know.
No, but you still dropping him like a bad habit. You about to drop him off. You're not picking him back up again.
Yeah, but your partner said
You're gonna
it
leave him
is
at the
what it
bus
is.
stop. You're gonna leave him at the bus stop, give him $2 and
is
give
what
him
it
the
is. It'd be
deuce.
like-
What you mean?
Well, first of all, you got to remember, we talked about communicating if we're going to move forward, like about what I need. Like if I'm gonna have continuous sex with you, I'm building a relationship with you. We're jumping topics right now. If we are just having sex and it didn't work out, like I have no need to give you feedback if that was the case. Like if we're just hanging out and and we smash, I ain't like it. Cool. I mean, we can still hang out. It just doesn't mean I'm gonna smash you. I'm not cutting
so
you
you're
off.
not gonna ghost me.
I'm not gonna ghost you. I'm like, look, that's not. You may make a comment like, look, I'm just not feeling it. Like I appreciate you as you. Like we had a great time, but like we can continue to go out and have drinks and like we can hang out with, like, you know what I mean? But I'm not going back there. Yeah, that's that. I mean, I don't need to explain that to you. Why would I do that?
Happens to fade away. It happens to fade away.
If it doesn't fade away and you still around, and it's just like I'll never understand.
It was meant to work out.
When we get closer and we and at some point where I can tell you something without you, I'm dead serious. Be like, look, it is what it is. Like,
listen, that's a damn shame.
I mean, you can't tell. There's no woman out here that's gonna say my pussy ain't gold. I have never met a. Look, I have never met a woman that said my pussy ain't gold.
I'm this. I'm that. Y'all brag on y'all shit all the time. Oh, I curve to the left. I curve to the right.
I curve upwards.
Shit dick.
I curve upwards. So I mean, what? You know what I mean? It's it.
My shit, right.
But that doesn't matter. I mean, because I understand. Maybe, I mean, you got to understand it when the niggas talk like that. Maybe he don't understand anatomy, but you got to talk to him. Man,
is the 5 inches.
Shout out to 5 inches in the curve.
Shout out to Madam
Y'all
and the angle.
Bragging on y'all shit and coming up fucking short.
Listen, fellas, if it's 5 inches, you straight money.
You straight. Just understand your
straight
angle.
money.
Just
whatever.
say,
No.
Listen, fellas. Hold up.
Angle.
Fellas, listen up.
Here.
Just say,
otherwise,
what do you want, woman? Like when you go to a restaurant, you ask her,
talk to her in the air.
You say, what would you like to eat? And she was like, I don't know.
Curve it.
What would you like to eat?
Maybe two.
Right. 5 inches.
No. That ain't it.
Three fingers. It's the 3-5 rule. Okay.
It's the 3-5 rule.
The 3-5 rule. 3 for the butt and 5 inches for your dick size.
Man,
straight money.
Just
ask her what you want.
And you think that's golden? That's what makes me want to come back.
Time out. I'm
What
not the one.
What you want to talk politics?
I'm not the one.
How you want me to fuck your mind? What's on your mind that you need me to fuck?
Bam. including the 5
Let me get
inches.
in your ear.
No, it leads up before we even see each other.
Okay, cool. What we
Thinking
talking
about
about?
you. Thinking about
Oh, the
you.
text.
I
I
can't
thought you
wait to
didn't
be
text
up
like
under
that.
you. You know, baby. We need that whole vibe before we even see each other. You're giving me that foreplay before we even see each other.
Do
No,
you feel
y'all
like,
just think, oh, if I take a bitch out, then and give her a nice drink and a steak, then I don't even eat fucking steak. Like I'm supposed to be impressed.
It's about the.
Fuck,
First
I
of
can
all,
do that.
well, first
It's
of all, I
about
don't
the
want. I'm gonna bring it
companionship.
up, but it's about the companionship. But it's about, man, women shouldn't even lay down when a nigga don't stimulate them mentally.
right?
That nigga,
Mhm.
this, yeah, I mean, let's break
You
it
shouldn't
down.
even
Really,
be at
like,
the table at that point.
men. Hey, look, men are physical. Women are mental, right? I
Yeah,
agree with that,
yeah.
right? So at the end of the day, like
Mental
if
here.
I'm not stimulating you mentally, you don't need. No matter how attractive I may be physically, I'm not your cup of tea, right?
Not at all.
Okay, so
Not at all.
that way, so women should take that
No,
note
I
first
can
off.
take the ugly motherfucker, and if
There you
he's
go.
right here with it,
Yeah,
and he got all,
he fucking your mind, right? But that's how it should be. But a lot of women don't
In
follow
fact,
that
I
motive.
probably prefer the ugly ones because
Whoa,
y'all
you're
listen, y'all get
lying.
a little swag, you
You
get a
are
little bald head,
lying.
little
Hey,
hair
look, man,
You're
we just,
model
lying.
hey, look,
shit,
man, I'm
you
about
know,
to
the
Oh, the
eyeglasses and all
bald
that.
head.
oh, the
The
bald
You
bald
know,
head.
Look, I'm
the
about to go buy
hair
me some Nike
model,
sweatpants.
and
I'm buying me some Nike sweatpants.
listen.
I'm buying me some
So
them
what
gray
this
Nike
kind of
sweatpants.
leads me into like
Gray,
Bro,
the
she
gray
next.
said the
joints.
bald head.
The bald
Come
head,
on,
but I'm getting the
producer
Nike
lady.
sweat. I'm getting the
Oh,
Nike sweatpants
with a
for
nice T-shirt.
Oh my
No, the
Yes,
curly
with the
hair,
black.
all of
slacks.
that.
Yeah, man.
Hey, let me ask you a question, ladies, before you ask your question, producer later. So, you ladies prefer the shirt with the gray slacks, or do you guys prefer the hoodie with the
Who the fuck got
sweatpants?
gray
Excuse
slacks,
me,
though, bro?
excuse me. There's a question
Who the fuck
being
got no gray
asked.
slacks? I don't got no gray slacks.
My bad.
It
The
depends.
checkered
It
blue,
Who the
the
fuck?
checkered blue slacks.
Hey,
My
look,
apologies, brother.
who got that on?
You
I
do.
mean, you want me to put my joint on the screen?
All
Go
right,
ahead.
come on, give us
The
this
fans might like
question.
it.
That's a damn shame. They talking a lot of shit over here.
Wow.
You know what I mean? What you
Damn
want me to
Chambers, I hope y'all enjoying It Is What It Is podcast. These men are bringing the heat tonight. Come on, producer lady.
All right, probably the last question for the night. Just with basketball, you a lot of time there's a lot of away games, right? So you spend a lot of time on the road. You spend Christmas and holidays, playing, and you're not home with your significant others and your family because you're on the road. You're on the road. You're on the road.
Mhm.
So, how do you protect your relationship with with today, with being so busy today? You have your job, and then you have your hustle, and then you have your second job and your third hustle, and
Mhm.
how do you keep and maintain a healthy relationship in today's world when you wear so many hats and you're always on the go?
I would say from my end, just pick a day. You know what I mean? Like when you work 9 to 5, and if you're an entrepreneur, that's 7 days a week. You know what I mean? So you don't really get no break. You don't always on call for something,
And you're working holidays.
and you're working holidays. So you don't really. It's hard to schedule vacations. It's hard to schedule trips. But if you just set a day aside, just be like, this is us. Like, let's just go here. Let's do that. You know what I mean? And you understand what I got to go through, and and so you already understand the time commitment I'm putting aside to be with you. You know what I mean? So that's where it comes in from, especially a man. And I'll back it up. As Black people, ladies need to understand, like entrepreneurs, because that's the only way that we're gonna get ahead. You know what I mean?
Multiple
Owning our own
streams.
shit, on our own
Definitely.
business. So right now, sometimes you're talking to a man who's first generation with money. So he's got to balance moms, dad, aunt, grandmoms, and he's carrying a lot of shit on his shoulders. At the same time, he's trying to maintain, but at the same time, he's trying to build. And so that takes a lot of time up and a lot of pressure. So when he's with you, he's just really trying to be with you. He's not trying to add another job onto what he's currently doing. He needs you as a release, as a somebody that's a companion, that he's as a safe haven, a sweet spot, something that, like, man, I just want to get away. Let's just go down here for a day, and I just want to be with you. So that's where you got to be for him. You got to get to that point with him to not look at it like, damn, I got to fucking do this. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at the point where, like, man, I got to take baby away. We got to get away because she makes me feel good, and like, where we can go Airbnb and go to, I don't know, what's that little spot down there, like Deep Creek or whatever the fuck,
I mean,
and get a house, and like, man, I'm gonna wake up in the morning. She know I've been stressed. Or I'm working from home right now, and all I need is internet connection. She like, we can go here and you can work anywhere from home. Like, understanding that and understand his responsibilities. I think that's
be able to lay on her thighs and she,
man, just chill and just listen to that. Because I think as black men, as black women that are dating black men, because a lot of black women ain't dating black men, and there's a lot of black men ain't dating black women. You know what I'm saying? So we can take that. But as black couples, you got to understand what a man aspires to be and support him. At the same time, he has to support you and get you that breakaway, but give you that time that you need. So it's a balance. So understanding that, I think it'd be fine.
And Zam, you got something to speak on with that?
It's definitely a balancing act. You got to understand, when you're working so much, you got to have that, you got to schedule that in, like Chris said. You have to schedule it. I remember listening to this quarterback. His name was Kirk Cousins. He said, wait, it's funny, you laugh. But on his scheduling, he was like, I dedicate 35 minutes to my wife every single day. And he was like, I do that on purpose just to make sure, and I have that alone time with her. Some people get 35 minutes, some people get a couple hours. For me, this might sound cliche, but I actually do enjoy long walks because that allows me to clear my mind. I walk my dog. I love walking my dog.
Can I jump in real quick?
Go ahead.
Zam opened up to me not too long ago, and I'm gonna jump in for you. It's cool.
Of course. Go ahead.
Okay. Zam does that a long time with me. He was like, Chris, man, you know what calms me down at night, man, is when, my lady washes my hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knows how important. Oh, stop, please. Stop.
Sexy.
Hold on. She knows how important my hair is to me. He grew it out long. You know what I'm saying? She put that Perk Plus in his hair. Model. Make sure he doesn't have no dandruff. You know what I'm saying? And she kind of like gets those, those split ends, and you know what I'm saying?
He likes to be spoiled by his woman, and there's
I love being spoiled.
There you go. And he reverses the same with all the hair knowledge he has. He verses to her too. Come on now, he partners
right.
with shit.
But check this out. Y'all are dealing with, as a black man dealing with black women, a boss like Kiki. Okay, boss. Here it is. I have to be on the A game all the time. And so in that same vein where you all are looking for an opportunity to slip away and be pampered and have your hair washed and all of that, know that your woman, who's probably a single mother or probably has had to stand on the shoulders of whomever to, support their family, because that's, you said first generation with money, or comfortable and not scratching and surviving and all of that, living comfortably. We need your support as the black man to support us and say, baby, I got it this time. Baby, I'm not going to ask you, oh, what do you want to eat? I'm going to plan the trip to Deep Creek. I'm going to plan all of the activities.
The surprise.
I'm going to do that. And so men lose it because they're always looking for women, because there's always that woman waiting in the stands again to say, I'll do it. If she don't do it, and it's always that one waiting in the wings to step in, and then you all jump at that.
But hold on. Understand.
Guess what? I'm going to the bitch in the stand.
But hold on. Understanding roles, right? Like, if I know you're a boss, Kiki, I know you doing your thing too. Understanding the roles of this, right? Like, we gotta play off each other. It's not one or the other, right? But if I'm carrying the load, like, if you're not bringing nothing to the table, like you bringing something small to the table, but I'm bringing the majority shit to the table.
90%.
Yeah, I need my scalp massage. I need
how
that
much?
shit.
What's the percentage? Give me the percentage again.
I don't even know it's a percentage.
Your boss just said a percentage.
Hold on.
I want to see if it's a damn shame or
not. Listen. I got this meme that I have for you guys, and I'm glad you brought it up. I appreciate you for that, Kiki. Hold on a second. Check that out. That's dope, right?
What's the damn percentage?
Hold on. So, I found this meme for you guys. It says, remove sex from the relationship and you will discover that over 90% of ladies have nothing to offer in relationships. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Hold on.
Hold on a second. Remove money from a relationship, and you will discover that over 90% of the ladies won't see a reason to be in that same relationship.
That's so
Time
untrue.
out before you answer that.
That's so untrue.
You can't say that's untrue.
I don't know where the fuck that statistic came from. That was a
It's a
meme, some
meme.
shit
It's a
somebody
meme.
made up.
You see how you just got worked up over a meme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means it may have perhaps some validity to it.
Not at all. Because
Perhaps
let me tell you this.
some validity
Perhaps.
to it.
Perhaps. But I'm gonna
I'll
tell
take
you.
perhaps. That's a win.
Perhaps. No.
That's a win.
But listen, is it
That's a
because
win.
it was black or white? Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
But
perhaps.
listen, what was that percentage? Because you threw a percentage out before you read your little meme, and
No,
we'll get back to that.
it was over the 90% because I read that and I thought about it. And I said, let's see. You have what do women really want? What are goals in life, right? Let's talk goals.
Right.
Women want the dream vacation. They want a man to spoil them, and rightfully so if you're that right woman, right? But you need wait.
I think you need to ask the woman if we go into that one.
Right.
I'm just saying, ask.
You need a bag. Listen, if the bag is not there, guess what? There's a possibility you might jump to the other bag.
Hold on, I'll jump in there. There's a lot of dudes that are good dudes that don't have a bag that women
Hello.
And
Thank you,
we'll
that
keep
the
Sid.
woman lets.
And they will keep him.
Listen, a boss bitch
Boss bitch.
that I
Boss
network with and that are in my net worth
Net
Okay.
worth.
have the bags, okay? We
Let's get it.
carry the bags. We made the bags, okay? We
Y'all want an equal
designed
man
it.
though.
Huh?
Y'all want an
an
equal man? The same to bring the same bag as y'all.
Right.
No, not necessarily. He needs to bring all that other stuff. I've dated
What's all
a
the other
man that
stuff?
didn't make as much as I.
What's
But
all the
guess
other
what?
stuff?
Did you make
He
over
has to
90%? Did you make over 90%?
What did he bring to the table?
Exactly. Did you make over 90%? Yes or no?
Over 90% more than he did financially. Is that what you're asking me?
Absolutely.
No, because I wouldn't accept that. I
And-
have a level standard that
And
I
that's
must
my
uphold.
point. And
What's that
that's
standard?
my
Because a
point.
nigga could love you to death. He can,
Right.
he can give you the good dick.
Listen,
He
Right.
I'm
can- he can-
married for love and all the love schmub.
But he
in
brought
my
money to the
opinion.
table, right?
But listen, I'm
He
married
brought-
for love. Right now,
Yeah,
at
but
45,
no.
there's so many other things that
Let's
we
rewind.
need
Let's rewind. You married him
beyond
for
sex
love.
and money.
No, I got you. But he
And
was
what's
bringing
that?
a bag, right?
I'm sorry.
Was he bringing a bag home? Was he bringing money?
You have to bring something home, man. You
That's
have to
so
bring
what do
something.
you
Right.
need outside of sex and money? What do you need?
Right.
Listen, I need that loyalty. I
Okay.
need that communication.
Got a broke man to give you loyalty. Go ahead. Give you
Broke man
loyalty.
can give you the loyalty, love,
listen,
and
Broke nigga. Hold on.
happiness.
Let's talk about a broke nigga. Hold
we
on. I
can
got.
build together. We can build together because.
Oh no. Let's talk about the
what
broke nigga
happened
before.
to-
Let's talk about the broke
But what
nigga.
happened to the man that was under the thing? Found under the thing, and then he was the star player. What was his name?
Let's
Giannis.
talk.
Under the bridge. Okay.
Giannis.
He
So
was
there
broke
it
too.
is.
He was broke.
But guess what? Somebody took him, they cleaned him up, and they made him the star
Cleaned
player,
him up.
right? Now he putting up,
They saw talent in him. They helped to
Saw
build him up.
talent.
Mhm.
absolutely.
Help him build
So you
him up.
see
Okay.
that right off the break.
So you-
really.
So you gonna pick up a young so now we talk about ages, right? So it's different than picking up a man at 25 or 30 or 35.
I agree.
If you're 45, at what age you gonna pick up a man and say, you know what, I see talent in you at 45, at 50, you gonna say I see talent in you and bring them up?
No,
What are you
no,
looking
not
for?
at this stage.
What are you
No,
looking
but
for?
probably earlier. I
Okay,
would
so
have.
what are you looking for? Okay, so you can go younger, that's fine. But at what
But
age
let's
you
go with it
going?
now. No, that's cool. Let's go with it now.
You want to go
Again.
with the name?
Of
You gotta
course,
have a
with it
bag.
now. We're in
The
the
bag
current
doesn't
state,
have to
correct?
be equal. The bag doesn't have to be equal. It does not have to be equal.
Are you
But
making
in the
over
bag?
you have to
90%?
What's in the
have a
bags?
bag.
What's in the bag? So what's the bag? Is the bag what kind of percentage of the salary? What are we talking
Yeah.
about? Does he have assets?
Yeah.
Or what are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Portfolios.
Because you got good men out here that got jobs but don't have assets. They got other,
Mm.
stuff out here. You got
Mm.
broke dudes that have assets that people don't even know about, and he
Mm.
don't even know about. But you would need to be able to let him know. So
Absolutely.
how do you actually break that down? How do you know what's an asset and what's not until you actually communicate and spend time with a man and figure out what he was? Y'all may have
so
something
we ain't gonna
physical.
write him off the break, but you're gonna know early on. You're not gonna spend too much time, ladies. It would be a damn shame if you spend too much time.
But ladies write niggas off once they find out their job.
Exactly.
So, for example, a man could say, "Man, I do." You know,
I'm damn shame. We like the motherfuckers that's hanging on the back of the trash truck. We think that's the most sexiest position that anybody could fucking have because you know what?
Shout out to your
humility.
crew.
Shout out.
There's humility in that.
Show out to your whole fan base for that.
That's
Hell
right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm telling you.
I don't know too many women.
You know that he's going to work. He's going.
Yeah.
If you
Get
hanging
6
off
a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. He gonna
That's
be
what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm
morning
saying?
sex is good, by the way.
Oh, the morning sex is tight and right, okay? So listen, that's what it is.
Sex is tight and right. Okay.
Damn shame podcast. Y'all damn shamers. Bring the bag. Your bag does not have to be as heavy as mine. But if you got that potential, if you hanging out the back of the trash truck and you have that humility, that character, because that takes you further than any bag can.
All the way, right? So let's circle back. So you're making over 90%. Are you keeping them?
Or you trading it again when you find somebody else that got a bigger bag?
No, because that the one that has the listen. I dated some well-to-do, and they ain't shit. Okay.
So are you keeping?
Hey, hold on, but I know some well-to-do women. You know what I'm saying? It ain't shit as well.
Quality of the character.
Okay.
There you go.
It's not about the money. It's not about the dick. It's the quality of the character. Do they have that go-getter mentality?
Okay.
Are they making moves that will yield the bag?
So let me ask you a question, right? You stay in a relationship. They're not making moves. You're making over 90% of the money.
I'm not going to
loving you right.
Wait, excuse me. No. Wait.
Come on.
And
but he
loves
you.
Hold
right
up. He loves you. He does everything you want in the sexual room, right? He is putting that 12 Python on you, and you're like, wow. But you're making over 90%.
And he ain't got no aspiration. He happy where he's at. He don't want to move where he's at. He want to do that.
Because he hit the jackpot. Are you keeping him?
The fuck no, the 12 inches.
So then the meme is right.
I can add 6 and
then
6.
the meme is right.
Man, whatever. I can add 6 inches over there from him, 6 over there from him.
Then the meme is right.
Hole, one in the other hole, and I'm good.
Wow. Right. So the meme is right.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, do you go 3 fingers first when you go on the other hole?
No, you
can't. He might.
Oh,
depends on the fingers, though. Like shorter size. 3 fingers is my 3 feet. It's different. It's a width difference, bro.
Bro. Trust. Listen. 5 and above, bro.
It's the girth for me. It's not the length. It's the girth. That microphone
exactly.
that
That's
y'all
where the
5 inches come from.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen. You got to be able to fill this situation.
We'll fill that cup. That cup empty right now. We can fill that up.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll see. Damn shame as y'all hear this shit. That's a damn shame. Let me tell y'all, this has been a pleasure. But before we go, we're going to segue into spotlighting small businesses and Black-owned businesses. Each and every week, Damn Shame likes to do that. So, Dan, give us a little highlight on your multimedia business.
So shout out to MMS. Shout out to my pops. So it's Municipal Media Services. We do a bunch of stuff. So we do sound reinforcement. We are consultants. We do creative stuff. Podcast, weddings. We do the works. We also work with different municipalities across in Virginia, Maryland, and DC. So we just try to keep busy. Trying to find multiple streams of income. Because again, your network is worth your net worth.
Your network is your net worth.
Right.
And so, that's why I hang out with Christopher Monroe.
Wow.
The ex underwear model, because not only was he an underwear model, right. I mean, and he was chiseled, man. He was on that TO workout. He was like, "Yo, Sam, you should get in the pool and do this workout." Like, can you imagine 6'3", 230, and fully cut up? I mean, I can't because I'm not
nice.
like
How
that,
do they get in touch with you about your multimedia business?
Just follow us on our .com or our Instagram, municipalmediaservices.com, or MMS on IG.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chris, what you got going on? Real estate investor.
Oh, I'm a just, I'm affordable housing, somewhat of an expert. That's where I live at. So if you're interested in a passive income, monthly income, a check coming in your box every single month, that's where I specialize in as far as in real estate. So I give me a bag, I turn it around. I could turn it around in a month or two or three, or at the end of the day, I mean, I can give you something long term where you partner in with a deal. So that's where I
Long
live.
term.
Okay.
Where can I
Okay.
find you and find out more information about?
So where they can find them, they can reach me on CE Monroe for my Instagram, or you can reach out on It Is What It Is podcast, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, that's what's up. Let me tell y'all, this week has been a hard week for us here at Damn Shame, but we made it happen. We were so happy to have you on, and each and every week, y'all, be able to tune in to Damn Shame Podcast. We go live on YouTube each and every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brothers, keep doing your thing. I love your platform. It Is What It Is podcast.
It is.
Shout out to y'all for doing it. Thank you for joining Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki, stop
Here
running
on
from me.
Damn Shame Podcast, baby. This was fun, and we'll definitely have to do it again. Y'all are right down the highway, so we gotta
Hey
have a
Kiki,
meet
I'm
and
gonna tell you
greet.
one thing. I love your
Come
soul.
Yeah, you got
Thank
you got an
you.
awesome being.
Yeah, we love your
Oh
energy.
wow! Thank
Yes,
you
ma'am.
so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Stop
That
running
is
from me,
very
Kiki.
humbling.
And
Stop
may y'all
running
have
from
an
me.
amazing weekend on purpose.
Yes, right.
And on purpose, that's right. Each and every week, y'all, thank you for tuning in to Damn Shame Podcast. I tell you each and every week, if you can't be good, be great. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's a damn shame. That
It
no
is what it is
excuses.
podcast with Chris
Yeah,
and Zale.
That's right, Chris and Zam. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all.
Pleasure being on the
Love
show. Thank you.
y'all.